What's up, Duke Slide Club? It's Wesley Pritzlaff, and I'm back with you today to teach you a tutorial on the Overhand Shuffle. So the Overhand Shuffle is one of many shuffles used in Magic, and it's one of my personal favorites because you can add a lot of effects to it to make it a false shuffle. We won't review those today, but we'll review those eventually. And it's just a nice basic shuffle and a way to control cards either from the middle to the top, the middle to the bottom, or the top to bottom and bottom to top, and we'll review that today. And that's going to be important and a predictive card for us that we'll learn later on. So strap on in and get ready for this tutorial. So this tutorial is going to be on the Overhand Shuffle, and this is the shuffle that I use most commonly in tricks when I'm trying to control a card. So control is basically a move where we bring a chosen card, for example the 10, we bring the 10 to the top of the deck, right? So we're going to use this Overhand Shuffle to control cards. But first we have to review how to do it. So how we go about that is we're going to go and do the underhand grip. And quick review, basically the dominant hand is going to come palm facing up. It's going to touch this back edge of the deck here on the right side, and the middle finger is going to touch on the top right here. So thumb and middle finger are gripping the deck like this. Right? So there's a deeper tutorial on the different types of grip if you want to go there to learn some more about that grip. So I'll come underneath with the underhand grip, grab hold of the deck in our dominant hand, and your non-dominant hand can relax for a second. So how we're going to shuffle is this non-dominant hand that was once holding the deck in mechanics grip. These four fingers are going to basically come through this gap here, right? So they're going to tuck underneath the cards, and this left thumb, or the thumb on your non-dominant hand, is going to pull cards down into your hand, non-dominant hand, one by one to start. So again, these fingers here, these four fingers in the back, are just relaxing, and they're not really doing anything. Only the left thumb is pulling down. They're just helping to catch the cards as they come, right? So you're pulling one card from the top each time, not pulling any cards from the bottom. See the Queen of Clubs? Queen of Clubs stays there the whole time. I'm not putting cards back on the deck. I'm just pulling it all into this hand. And we can go through the full deck if we want and get faster and faster at it if you want, but we'll stop there for that. Just the one by one. If you want to do a few more cards, you can start to pull down in chunks with this hand or throw cards with this hand. So again, underhand grip, this left thumb, instead of just pulling down one card and these fingers catching, can reach higher up and pull down many cards, just like that. See, I'm pulling down many cards each time. Again, the bottom card, 10 of diamonds. Bottom card, even when I pull down multiple cards, I lost it there. I added one card back, but the 10 of diamonds should stay on the bottom. Right, so watch the 10 of hearts. I pull down multiple cards each time, and this last card here is still the 10 of hearts. And that will be important later on. Or if pulling down multiple cards is difficult, you can do more of a throwing motion with this right hand here. You can let pressure go on your thumb and middle finger and thumb on the top part of the deck. You don't want to let go of the whole thing, but you can slowly let go of pressure so that more cards fall each time. And again, see the 8 of clubs? The 8 of clubs is going to stay on the bottom. We're transferring cards from our dominant hand to our non-dominant hand. We're never putting them back from our non-dominant hand to our dominant hand until all the cards are in the non-dominant hand, and then we can go back and do it again. So here's how you can control a card. For example, say a card is chosen, right? And this one right here, we'll use the 7 of spades for this one. It's in the middle. We'll review the pinky break later on, but basically we catch a break above the card, so we can transfer it into our hand here. So the spectator won't be able to see a break, maybe peeking a little bit right there, but you can't see the break, but we see it. So we can shuffle cards, overhand shuffle, until we get to that spot and throw down. So we know that the 7 of spades comes to the top. An easier way to use the shuffle is once we get a chosen card, say we're going to use the Queen of Spades, once we get to the Queen of Spades to the top of the deck and we know it's there, you can act like you're mixing up the deck more by shuffling the Queen of Spades first to the bottom of the deck and then to the top. So watch this. The Queen of Spades is on top. We're going to pull down just one card and then throw the rest of the cards down in chunks. So we know which card's on the bottom now. We know it's the Queen of Spades. So once we put it up top, we know it's on the bottom. But to get that back to the top, you're just going to reverse that. Instead of pulling one card down, you can pull down multiple. But remember, that Queen of Spades is always going to be on the bottom. Keep shuffling until there's one card left. So now there's only a few cards in this hand, So I'm going to pull one at a time until I'm sure that the last card here is the card I want, the Queen of Spades. All right, so another example, let's say we're going to use the 10 of diamonds for this one. It's on top right now. We'll pull one card down, shuffle it to the bottom. So now we know it's on the bottom. The spectator doesn't know. And then multiple cards, shuffle, shuffle. When it comes close to the end, you can do one at a time, like that. And then the last card here is the card that we want, the 10 of diamonds. Thank you for joining us in this tutorial on the overhand shuffle. We hope that you're able to use this technique as just a basic shuffle or as a control to bring cards top to bottom, bottom to top, or middle to any point in the deck. And we hope that you use this regularly in your Magic practice. So stay slight, my friends. I'll see you around.